So I posted a video this morning, and then I deleted it within a few hours. I generally don't do that, but I realized that I was coming from a place of reactivity, and I don't want to be a reactive person. I want to be a responsive, thoughtful, intentional person who is applying awareness and who is being conscientious. Because I realized, well, at least I think that I think it to be true, that most of the chaos in this world has come about as a result of people running around acting reactively rather than carefully responding to life and intentionally, conscientiously interacting. We try to force things, we try to mold things in our own will according to our own selfish desires. We twist narratives, we spin stories. Okay, and that's the irony is that my video was I was being reactive about that. Doesn't get more ironic. But I was reacting to a video, a podcast episode of Aubrey Marcus's. He's a spiritual influencer guru guy, and I do believe he's a cult leader at this point. And that in and of itself triggers the hell out of me. It's very hard for me to even bring that guy to mind and not feel reactive and angry because I believe he's being very irresponsible in the way he's wielding his influence and his power and his money. I believe he's acting from a place of insecurity and wounding and selfishness a lot of the time, and he's spinning it as if he's this really evolved person who other people should see as an example, and he makes his entire life into a commodity. And like I said, I think so much of the problems in the world are a result of people living like that, and including myself at times. And so I just wanted to share that. Man, life is challenging. We contradict ourselves so much of the time. We make hypocrites out of ourselves. And, I try to catch myself when I'm doing that so that I can become more aware, and I can be more responsive and more responsible and more conscientious and do less harm. That's really what I want. I want to move through this world in a way that supports life and love, and to do that is to do no harm, to do the least amount of harm as possible, right? And I don't know, today has been a little strange for me. I feel we all have a destiny, and I also believe in free will. I sort of believe that life's kind of like those choose your own adventure books. I think life's kind of like that. It's like, I do believe we come into this life with a certain kind of blueprint where we have certain main events that are almost inescapable, like destined. Certain things that will come to manifest no matter what. But then there are all of these little decisions or choices leading up to that. And we can go this way or that way when the road forks. But ultimately, and so that is the free will, right? And so the journey can look so many different ways according to what we choose and how we apply our intelligence and our heart. But we're gonna, no matter what, eventually end up at that destined event, right? So, I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm getting off track. Where are you going, Shalom? Oh, so I've always felt this sense of, from a very young person, that I am destined to be a person who owns very little, who is attached to very little. I've always been very confused by the materialistic culture that I was born into. I've never got it. I don't understand the striving for things, turning everything into money and into trash when we're surrounded by paradise. Like, it's always confounded me. So today, like, I have this really strong feeling of like just wanting to let go of another layer of things. I don't own much, you know. I've come so far down this path that I'm on, my destiny, that like I own a car, okay, and I own it outright. I don't have a car payment, and everything else that I own fits in this car. And even that feels like too much, you know. Like, I would really love to be a person who just wanders about on foot. Like, that is my dream. Really, to own nothing and be free. Because that's what freedom is. To me, I think. Because then you can really be honest at any given time, because you're not afraid of losing anything you're attached to, because you're not attached to anything. You know, and I want to be an honest person. And I think I can only be an honest person to the degree that I'm not attached to things or afraid of losing things. Right? Truth and beauty and love. These are all like different facets of the same one true God, I think. Truth, beauty, justice. And I think finding that is that just that. It's a matter of finding it, seeing it. This thing that's been there all along, but that has been obscured by our attachments. So it's not a thing we have to make. Our destiny is not a thing we have to make. The truth is not a thing we have to make. Happiness is not a thing we have to make. It's a thing we have to allow and embrace and see. And it's been here, and it is here all along. And I just, I deserve it, and you deserve it. And why don't we let ourselves have it? I mean, I am happy. These things are heavy. And why don't I just let this car go, and all of the things that I do own, the few things, why don't I let them go? It's because I think I'm afraid as a woman to not have a shelter. That's what it is, ultimately. Like, I would not keep this car and be chained to car insurance and gas and to the state that requires me to have a driver's license and all of the hoops I have to jump through, you know, the bureaucratic stuff that goes along with having a vehicle and car insurance. And I'd like to just let go of all of that and not deal with it. And but why don't I? Because at night when I'm sleeping, I can lock my doors. And I don't have to worry about being assaulted because I'm safe inside of here. And maybe that's smart because, you know, we do live in a certain world. But that is the only thing that's keeping me from just letting go of every single thing completely. It's my physical safety. And I am responsible for that. Ultimately, I have to make wise choices and smart choices. That's why God gave me a brain and a heart so I can discern, you know. But and I think, well, where could I go to put myself in a position where I could feel safe, to not have to have a car, you know? I really just, I don't like the American culture. And I'm not ungrateful. Like, I realize that it's not like there's some perfect utopia to go to somewhere in the world. I realize that Americans have it really good in a lot of ways, but I also realize that other people pay the real cost of our freedoms that we have somewhere else. Like, you know, we do a lot of harm to other people in the way that we live here, and all of the comforts that we're addicted to. Like, someone somewhere else is making those things that we love so much. You know, we rely on a lot of slave labor for our cheap goods here, and we don't pay the real cost of anything in America. And I realize that, and it's like, if you know that and you continue to just like be a part of it and do it and go, and it's, I have a problem with it. And I don't want a life of opulence and decadence. I think the most beautiful life you could possibly live is a really simple life surrounded by nature and the beauty of nature. Like, that's real wealth, just like everything that God made for us. And we've made it so hard for ourselves to enjoy that, to be a part of it. Is it because we think we don't deserve it? I don't know. Is it because we're scared? Is it like... These are questions I should not go into right now. But, yeah, weird day. I started off by being a hypocrite. But then I realized it. So... 3 cheers for self-awareness.